Yo, what up everybody? Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. You know who it is. And I'm doing a quick little iPhone video here talking about this new Ghost EP, Popestar. Ghost, the fantastic Swedish metal outfit, one of my favorite metal bands right now. Incredibly catchy, melodic, theatrical. Definitely see them live if you get a chance. And their latest full-length album, Meliora, my favorite in their discography thus far. Hands down, no question, has really grown on me since I originally reviewed it and gave it a very positive review this year. So now they have this new follow-up EP, this new supplementary EP that features a fantastic song on it, Square Hammer. When I'm the devil, like, I wish it made the album cut, honestly. It's a really catchy song. Features some really cool riffs, some driving drums, some really interesting like little synth passages that set the tone of the song really well. It's pretty much everything I like about Ghost's music encapsulated into yet another song, and a distinct song at that. You know, it feels like distinctly different from every other track on their latest record, which is again another reason I wish it made the cut. But the rest of this EP is just covers, and not to say that hey, it's just covers, you shouldn't care about it, or it's just covers, throw it in the trash. But I guess I was expecting a little more original material. But what is actually chosen to be covered on this project is pretty interesting, and I guess kind of plays into the title of Popestar, which is a play on pop star, because Ghost pretty much just covers pop songs on this EP, and they do it in their sort of occult, little like melodic metal style. Covered on the EP, we have, you're going to get a kick out of this. We have Echo and the Bunnymen's Nocturnal Me. We have, I believe, from Simian Mobile Disco, which is funny. Now, one of the newer tracks in the track listing here. Throwing it back to the 80s again, they cover the Rhythmics Missionary Man. And then closing things out with Imperiet's Bible, a band that I didn't know about previously, a Swedish group that after listening to this song, I checked them out. This particular track was kind of like some very triumphant stadium rock with an explosive chorus that Ghost takes full advantage of and sort of makes it like this heavenly choral sort of experience. You know, it's definitely one of the more bright, uplifting tracks Ghost has ever recorded. But the band itself that they're covering wasn't too crazy about their music. Kind of sounds like something that you had to be there for, maybe to really like fully appreciate it. To me, it doesn't really stand out as far as like something that came out during that particular era of music in the late 80s, but yeah, I digress. While it is interesting to hear Ghost really experiment, really venture outside of their comfort zone, and do some odd stuff, because they do a lot of things that they would not normally partake in on this EP. Nocturnal Me, the Echo and the Bunnymen cover, I think is the one other track that if you didn't know it was a cover, you would just assume it's another Ghost song. You know, they just kind of like pull it off really well in their normal style. Maybe it's a little sweeter, it's a little poppier, but they definitely kind of make it theirs. You know, it's on the other tracks that they really kind of push outside of what a fan would normally expect on a Ghost song. The Simian Mobile Disco cover is super low key. The song originally is like kind of a dance pop song. But they just have no rhythm to the track whatsoever. You know, they just kind of spare the track a danceable groove, and they just kind of turn the song into this ethereal, heavily layered track with lots of harmonious vocals, and it's kind of blissful. It's a little underwhelming for me, but again, I guess it's kind of interesting to hear Ghost do something different. And then the Rhythmics cover, probably the most ridiculous cut on the entire EP. Was a little hard for me to swallow, a little hard for me to take seriously, because Ghost is usually at a certain level of campiness, you know, a usual level of theatrics, and then to pile on top of that this kind of driving swagger rock riff, and then you have like these really over the top female background vocals just going like in the behind all of it, and then later in the track to have a harmonica solo just bust into the song. It was just batshit insane. It felt a little forced to me. felt a little preposterous, but it was interesting to hear Ghost sort of go down this road and just kind of show that they could do this if they wanted to, I guess. And then to close things out, I mean, I do like some parts of the Bible cover over here, but the verses to me just meander so much. They feel so awkward. On the original song, the lead vocals are really expressive and dramatic and emotional, and that's not usually the selling point of vocals on a Ghost record. Usually the Ghost record vocals are kind of like, I don't know, a little emotionally flat, and purposefully so, I think, to kind of enhance the cultish vibe of a Ghost record, of a Ghost song. But they try to sort of apply that same vibe to this track over here, and during those moments where the vocals are spotlighted and really should be giving a more emotional performance, they kind of just try to force that square peg into that round hole, and it doesn't go over too well. But other than that, the EP is decent. You know, it's not anything I see myself returning to anytime soon outside of Square Hammer, because I do think that song is great. You know, it's a bit of a novelty project in my opinion, not anything that measures up in any way to the material that Ghost has released thus far. But if you're a hardcore fan and you want to hear the band have a little bit of fun and also tribute some music that they obviously enjoy, and also kind of show off their taste a little bit, you know, outside of the metal realm, then most definitely give this EP a shot. And yeah, that's it. So I'm just, you know, I'm a little on the fence with it. It's okay. You know, I'm not crazy about it, but it was an interesting couple of listens from the standpoint of a Ghost fan. What did you think of this EP if you gave it a listen? Did you love it, hate it, why? What do you think I should review next? And that's it. Ghost, Popestar, forever.